Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a big show lined up as always. But first, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. High 73, low 65. That's not much of a variance, is it? But check this out. The water temperature jumped up to 65 degrees. That's going up a couple of degrees, which is sort of unusual in January for that to happen. But that's interesting. We'll see what's going to happen. But it's not normally happening this time of year. Take a look at our river readings. Looking at Apalachicola, Bluntstown, whoa, we're still at 17 feet. It looks like it's going up even higher. Choctaw at Caryville, right at 11 foot and going up as we speak. So we're going to, again, just stay on high rivers. Normally that's January, February kind of deal with the rivers, but February usually has more rain than January. Now look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We're looking at a low tide this morning at 9:41, right in the middle of the morning, and then a high tide after midnight about 12:52, and our wind direction be coming out of south about 8 to 10. Again, this heavy fog, I wouldn't recommend getting out in a big open water in these early morning fogs like we've been having. There's a lot of humidity in the air and all, and it looks like the rest of this week looks good, but maybe rain on Saturday, of course, on Saturday. We'll see. Take it day by day. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's get started. I want to show you something before I show it to you and explain it. In building and everything, you try to keep things away from power lines and all, especially after Hurricane Michael. We've seen the damage that the trees and all can do to power lines. And along Dollar General, I've always been fascinated with these franchises of Dollar General. I read the book on the history of the Dollar General store, and I just and the folks are up there around where Wendy and Walter live. The families up there in that area, and the guy that wrote the book is a guy I know through Seopa. So I've just always been fascinated with Dollar General. I mean, they were the first ones out, and how the guy, the son is my age, but his dad started it up in north of Nashville in Kentucky, and I'll tell you the story one day, but it has nothing to do with outdoor because they don't sell outdoor stuff, but how they did the franchises and how they worked so hard to get established. So anyway, with that being said, 389 and 390 going through Lynn Haven. I was going to church Sunday morning, and I was stopping at a red light, and I'm looking over here, just built a Dollar General, which I get a kick out of them because they're good stores and I got a lot of stuff in them, but I'm looking at, see the power line? Okay, there's a power line. Everybody see the power line? Okay, now let's go to the left a little bit. Look at the palm trees. All those palm trees are planted on that side of the parking lot. You see the power lines over there in the parking lot? Nope. But come over here on 390, they got, what kind of trees are planted right there? Those are oak trees. And where are they planted? Under the power lines. I want somebody to explain that to me. And these people that designed this, they must not have lived through Hurricane Michael. Look at all the, they got oak trees all the way down. And what's funny, if you look way down on the right, you can see where the trees are falling. And it seems like the people planting the trees will look over and say, wait a minute, those trees blew over. Let's don't put big trees on the power lines. But I just wanted to share that with you. If y'all know the answer, how that happened, I'd be curious to know because I just thought it was fascinating. Let's go to, let's start on something funny. This is either a redneck deer stand or the start of a monster truck. We see all kind of deer stands. Anyway, I got a cue on that one. Okay, Clay Davis, right down there. Clay's our buddy at Tarpon Rock Seafood. He runs Tarpon Rock Seafood. He's the one you go to when you win. Took a little girl out, Elodie, with her first fish. Now, is she happy? I love that picture, Clay. That's great. And the Clay's one, if you never catch a fish, he can just go to fish market. Our buddy Paul Winterman, who's been on the show, and his wife Judy, and I'm not going to read all this to you. There's a fine line between being too close. He is an excellent photographer. I'm going to show you a series of pictures he took about a big lens. He talked about it. When Paul gets back into town, his wife are camping and traveling and getting these pictures. Okay, here's some pictures, Winterman's Wildlife Images. Is that not spectacular? You can see the muscles in a deer and the jumping fence. That's amazing right there. What a huge buck. Here's another one he took, and look at the mouth open and getting ready to be fed. This is true nature right here, where you can capture this kind of photography. Okay, and the bears, they're just little cubs just playing around, throwing each other around. But look at the images and the sharpness and the clarity, and then the sheep and all. They're out around. I want to say Yellowstone and that area. They're out west some now, and they do a lot of traveling. They spend hours and hours taking these pictures. Look at that. Is that not great? That's the difference between folks like us and then the professionals right there. They can capture the snowflakes and everything like that. Great job. And when he gets back in town, we're going to get with him. My buddy Terry Kent. Everybody knows Terry Kent, Panama City hunting. I saw him the other day. In fact, it's right before he got his book. Okay, here it is right here. Terry Kent. Used to be a teacher and a coach, now retired and enjoying life. Laura Peacock the Owl, okay, up there in Jackson County, I believe she got this big buck. Good job, Laura, good job there. Okay, the Bay County Historical Society, January 27th, they're going to be giving a presentation, Martha Spiva, and they're talking about the old pilot boats, okay? That's some of them here. Her family, her husband's family was some of the very early bar pilots, the very first ones ever in Bay County. And the bar pilots were a big deal back in the days as far as bringing, they still are, as far as bringing stuff in. And she's going to do a presentation, and it'll be down in the library, and she knows a lot of the history, okay? All right, let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and add some names while we got a chance. I only got a few this morning, but let's go ahead and do it. Pickle jar. Let's add Keela Jones from Alpha, and Andy Jones from Alpha, Ben Finley from Southport, Mark Vaughn from Bonifay, and Terry James from Alpha. How about that? So we'll be getting drawing. We're going to draw some more stuff. We had a tackle box yesterday, and we're going to be giving some more stuff away soon. I didn't get to give as much stuff away before Christmas as I wanted to, so I still have some of that stuff on my tackle bench in the garage. So I'll be bringing it tomorrow or the next couple of days and giving it away. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at this announcement here. If all you folks that love turkey hunting, and we have a lot of y'all, the Florida Wild Turkey Extravaganza Sports Show. It's going to be at the ranch there in Webster. Have you been to Webster? That's an old Florida town down there in central Florida, but it's a good time to go, and it's going to be Saturday, February the 1st from 9 to 4. And also, speaking of the National Wild Turkey Federation, our own Bay County Longbeards got some more honors, and Ben will be on the show. I'm sorry, we'll get Ken on the show. I'm talking about Ben Steele with his big buck. I'm still thinking about that. But anyway, they won the awards, the Osceola Trendsetter Award, and all these awards won by our local association, Ken and Stan and all those folks that help out. And I'm going to have Ken to come on and talk about this. But congratulations again. And we really did well as a chapter here, Northwest National Wild Turkey Federation here. Blake Morris in this picture. This is in Georgia. The season's over in Georgia, and this is the day after the season ended. That's about right, isn't it? They know. They looked at their calendar. They know the season's over. And that's a better picture of Terry Kent. I want to show that. Terry deserves a good picture. Finally got one. He got this the other day. Good job, Terry Kent. Had his boys in class and all. And don't forget this now. We're right in the middle of the deer harvest. Steve Shea's coming on, but attention hunters, share the harvest at a deer shack. You can donate a portion of your harvest to those in need. And this is the Florida Hunters for the Hungry. And I'm going to have Steve on, like I said, next week, and we'll talk more about that. Okay, now let's go from hunting to fishing. I got this video I did a while back. It's fascinating. I was looking at it last night. I wanted to bring some winter fishing in and show you. I haven't had a chance to do it, so I found one of my older ones. And exactly, but this is the last time I really used shrimp as bait. This is right before I went to Fish Bites, and I was starting to experiment right for this. But this shows you some February winter fishing, just Cape fishing right there in the surf. And I love this time of the year. I love going this time of the year because there's nobody out there, and you'll see this. And you'll see some of the same techniques I've used. Some of the same techniques are there, yet I've added some new ones as far as I'll get to that after the video. But I think you still enjoy this video here, doing some winter surf fishing. All right, Jeff, let's roll her. Okay, I'm down here on the Cape for the weekend now. As you can see, it's really crowded this morning. And we're just going to go fishing. I'm not really sure what I'm going to catch, but I just love coming down here. It's real isolated right now. We'll get off to an early start and see what we're going to do. I mean, look down there at all the people down there. Someone left the chair out last night, so I can see about 1 mile down there, and absolutely nothing that way. Beautiful morning. It is flat, calm. We got a north wind, but north wind is being knocked down by a sand dune behind us. Okay, get set up. This is my long rod, about 10 foot long. I'm gonna throw it way out, and I try to go far out, about medium to shallow. I try to cover 3 different areas, and so I put a pretty heavy lead on it. Right now, I couldn't find any sand fleas, so right now I got some fresh shrimp. I'm just gonna peel them and cut them in half and put them on. I got a 2-hook rig. I'm gonna leave the peeling on this particular one to start off with. Alright, we're all set now. Spit it out right there. There's a big ladyfish. He came all the way in. I could see him, water clear, came all the way in and spit it out right there at the end. Ladyfish. All right. That's a Cape Sandblast pompano, folks. That's a nice, perfect eating size. Just caught them on a piece of old shrimp, and that's what we come looking for. I love these pompanos. They fight. We didn't get to fight them, but because we were scrambling around, I want to make sure I landed them. That is a beautiful fish and a great tasting fish. Let's go ahead and measure him while I get the hook out too. Let's see. All right, let's lay him down here. The fork is 14 inches. 14 inches. Perfect size. Pompano. Okay. Guess what's for supper tonight? Got a little whiting. might be 8 inches long. This one's a little bit bigger. That's his uncle right here. Right. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up here. Been a good morning. Got some pompano, flounder, and a whiting. I guess we'll call that a Cape Sandblast Slam. Been a great morning though. On Cape Sandblast, I'm Winston Chester for Panhandle Outdoors. Thank you for watching my show. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. As we're saying, you know, that wintertime fishing is, first of all, it's isolated. That's what I try to tell people. You watch these isolated areas in the wintertime. We went, let me tell you real quick, I used to go over to Seaside area a long time before it was Seaside. It became Seaside, a trivia question. It was in 1986 when Seaside was founded. And that's when it started exploding. But in the 70s, 80s was some just super surf fishing. I used to go there. Now I hardly ever go. But Sunday, we had Sunday dinner at our house, and the girls wanted to go get her ice cream, so they wanted to go to Seaside to get her ice cream. So of course, Gail and I tagged along too, but I thought it was so neat. There was not very many. I'm telling you this story. There's not very many people there this time of year. So if you want to go and get her ice cream, this is a good time of year, January and February, and first week of March, and then after that it's over with as far as going to a place like that. So anyway, the same way at the Cape, and even more so. But you see the shrimp, you see how calm, flat calm, I still catching fish. I could have caught more fish, but I had enough to eat. And but it's the same situation now. And just as soon as hunting season is over, I run down there and fish a little bit. So I just want to share that with you. I want to share, speaking of sharing, my good buddy Carl Andrews sent this to me. I'm just going to show it to you straight from my phone, okay? Hey, Coach, I killed this one on January 3rd, the last 15 minutes of a 5-day hunt in Texas. Hunting with my son, J.C. Andrews, and Blake Costable. What a great day to end the season. You got two good hunting buddies right there, J.C. and Blake. Those boys I just love those boys there. And here he is to blow it up. Right there, the last 15 minutes of the season. What a way to end the season there, over there in Texas. Good job, Carl. Carl played fullback for me way back in the day, and I hope I don't lose everything. Let's see, I'm gonna go back to it, Jeff. Let's see. Anyway, he kept talking. Let me see. Here it is. I'm not going to pull off of it anymore. He was talking about, when you go just on a hunt trip, and here's another picture of it. There's Blake and JC with their deer, okay? And then there's JC with, and I can't pronounce that, but I know when we go to these wild game cookouts, we eat some of that kind of alodad. It's a big, big sheep, and they have it on these ranches out there in Texas where you hunt and all. There's Blake with his, and sometimes it's hard to hunt with a beautiful scenery like this. That's a sunrise and a sunset right there. And Carl has this appreciation, as all of us outdoorsmen do, have this deep appreciation of actually not just taking a game, but being there. So this is a neat story. I'm gonna see if I can blow this up with JC. Okay, look at there. That's a good picture right there, JC. And then let's blow this up with Blake. Look at old Blake. Blake's a good kid. I remember he played football at Mowat and Mose. Anyway, and then of course sunset. Anyway, I just want to share that. And that's a good story. And they go out to Texas every year and all. I just think that's a really cool thing to do. I have some more stuff. I don't have time to get into it. One of the things I want to mention now, when you do those kind of hunts, You remember we're talking about the trait of a good hunter? I was talking about that list of things about persistence and never giving up. And here it is. Carl waiting the last 15 minutes to bring that in. And think about that now. If you are right now, you haven't gotten a big buck, or you haven't gotten a buck, and hunting season, is winding down. We're right now in the peak of it. That's what Steve Shea, when he comes on next week, that's what he's going to talk about. He is the premier, the prime expert as far as the deer rut in the Florida Panhandle. He's coming on like next Tuesday or Wednesday, and we're going to talk about it. And he's going to have all kind of scientific data to back up it. So we're right now right at the peak of it, getting into next week, and he'll point it out. I've mentioned it myself, but he's a lot more of an expert than I am. So it's something to be excited about. And if you don't give up yet, it's just getting good in some areas. So anyway, if you don't want to go hunting, fishing, the river's too high to go fishing in. Surf fishing is going to be good. The bay fishing, it's going to be okay. We're getting a lot of runoff in the Choctawhatchee Bay. We're getting a lot of runoff in Apalachicola Bay. East Bay is getting a lot of water out of Sandy Creek and all. But as far as West Bay would probably be the best place to, if you want to go this weekend. I'd go fishing at West Bay Point, those kind of areas. There'll still be some good fishing there. Got to start wrapping things up. Listen, if you have any pictures like that, if you add some details to the story, and it's fun to share those stories about, especially like Carl did. And yesterday, I had some stories about Jep Sasser and his family and what he's doing. So these stories just this is a reflection of our heritage and our history here in the Florida Panhandle. We talk about that a lot, and it needs to be talked about a lot because it's vanishing in so many areas of America, the way of life people have had for so many years. So thank y'all for watching. Got some Students of the Month coming on tomorrow, Outdoor Education Students of the Month. So be tuned in. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.